To the report filed by the Auditor General, Nancy Gachungu, the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics used 500 million shillings to pay for security services, but the money has not been fully accounted for. Waris Kimathi gives us the details of the report.
According to the Auditor General, the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics has not fully accounted for how the funds allocated for the 2019 census were spent. The report shows that security companies and telecommunication companies were the biggest beneficiaries of the payments made by the Bureau during the census exercise, which has raised multiple questions about how the payments were made. 500 million shillings were used to pay for security on the night of the census. Further, the Statistics Bureau used 218 million shillings on airtime and data bundles. Over 38 million shillings were spent on sending SMS messages, as 1.2 billion went into settling salary payments for the census enumerators. 1.2 billion shillings was used to pay content supervisors, while 197 million shillings went into payment of ICT supervisors. A total of 4.6 billion shillings was used to settle all the salaries during the 2019 census, but the Auditor General says there are problems with the said figure since there was no specification on the amount of money paid to workers and services provided in various categories. The Auditor General has complained of the lack of detailed accounting of the number of days and quantity of work done by every personnel who had been recruited to work on the census project, saying the lack of proper documentation raised more questions on the transparency of the process. The recruitment process for enumerators, supervisors and other personnel Further, the recruitment process of enumerators, supervisors and other personnel hired to conduct the census has been flagged by Gathungu as lacking transparency. Aside from the 4.5 billion shillings spent on the census salaries, the expenditure of another 1.1 billion shillings used to pay elders who assisted in carrying out the census has also been questioned. The method and criteria used in the enumeration of the elders who were paid 600 shillings for every day of work has also been questioned by the Auditor General. The list of payments and recruitments of the elders who worked for 9 consecutive days were not availed for auditing. Gathungu has also complained that more than 10 million shillings used to pay non-security officers were paid unlawfully since the existence, purpose and the job descriptions of the said officers have not been made clear by the National Bureau of Statistics. Phones, computers and tablets that were bought to be used by enumerators and other census officials have not been availed to prove their existence. The documents needed to verify payment of money paid to village elders in 45 counties were not availed for auditing and inspection. In Laikipia County, 350,000 shillings went missing after the Auditor General's calculations of the payments made to village elders showed a deficit between the stated 10.2 million shillings and the 9.2 million showed by accumulative M-Pesa payment statements. In Nairobi County, a total of 6.3 million shillings was unaccounted for. Waris Kimathi, Look Up TV in Nairobi.
Thank you.